Shabbat Shalom, friends. As you can see, tonight you're stuck with me. For those of you who have not yet had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Cantor Rick Lawrence. I'm joined tonight, as per usual, by Maestro Phil on the keys. Always a delight to make music with you. I want to give a big thanks to Kyle, who is in the back on the streaming console, making sure that we can be heard in here. And to all of you folks who are streaming, hello all of you in TV land. I hope that you're enjoying yourselves as well. And I want to give a couple other thanks. I hope that all of you had a chance to receive a program as you were walking in tonight. Kat Finney spends a lot of time crafting all of these. And I am so grateful that she happened to make this happen. And you'll see on part of what's fun and nice about this is that on the front, you'll see an entire order of service. So if you're wondering, where am I and where am I going, you'll be able to follow along right in here. And you'll even know some of the people who wrote some of these songs. And yes, whenever you see the name Lawrence, that is yours truly. We do live, I believe, in some uncertain times. And yet, I also know that there are a couple of things that are certain. One of those is that sometimes electronic devices make noises that we don't expect. And so if you would please silence all devices that could make unintentional noises that might disturb the sanctity of the space, and if you think that you have checked, check again. I did, and I'm glad that I did so. There will be times when we ask you to rise either in body or in spirit. And while I might not state that every single time, it is, well, implied, I hope, that if a person is unable to rise in body, then certainly it is happening in spirit, and I want to make sure everyone understands that that is to be honored. I'm grateful that you've come here to make this time and this space holy. But what definitely helps make this holy is we recognize that it's Friday night and the sun is going down. It's Friday, 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 Friday night when the sun goes down. Friday, 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 Friday night when the sun goes down. Oh, what a wonderful Shabbat night, the singing going round and round. Friday, Friday night when the sun goes down. All right, so I'm looking out, and I see some folks here who know enough of what goes on a Friday night when the sun goes down. So when we're getting ready for Shabbat, what's the first thing that we do? I see a couple, there's some kids out here that I know one of the first things that we do on a Friday night. What's the first thing that we do? Yeah, what's the first thing we do? We light those candles. We light the candles. We light the candles. We light the candles on Shabbat. Bop, 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 bop. We light the candles. We light the candles. We light the candles on Shabbat. Bop, 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 bop. On Friday, 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 Friday night when the sun goes down. On Friday, 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 Friday night when the sun goes down. What a wonderful Shabbat night, the singing going round and round. Friday, Friday night when the sun goes down. All right, so we know the first thing that we do. We light those candles. Now, after we light candles, what's the second thing we do? Oh, I've seen a hand up. All right, you know what? Normally, I'm not the kind of person who lets a person do things twice, but fine. What do you got? Yeah, we drink wine, or some folks who don't like wine, we can drink grape juice as well. So let's do that. We drink the grape juice, we drink the grape wine, we drink the grape stuff on Shabbat, bop, 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 bop. We drink the grape stuff, we drink the grape juice and wine, drink the grape juice and wine on Shabbat, bop, 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 bop. On Friday, 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 Friday night when the sun goes down. Friday, 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 Friday night when the sun goes down. What a wonderful Shabbat night, the singing going round and round. Friday, Friday night when the sun goes down. All All right, so we lit something to help make sure that the holiday is lit. Now and then we also talk about how we drink something, of course. There's a third thing that we like to do that we will do after services tonight. You got all the answers, don't you? Yeah? All right, well, lay it on me. What do we do? Yeah, we are going to eat some challah together. Let's do it. We eat the challah. We eat the challah. We eat the challah on Shabbat. Ba, 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 ba. We eat the challah. We eat the challah. We eat the challah on Shabbat. Ba, 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 ba. On Friday night when the sun goes down. Friday night when the sun goes down. What a wonderful Shabbat night, the singing going round and round. Friday night when the sun goes down. Well, as was stated earlier, the first thing that we do is we light candles. So if you would take your Sidurim and please turn open to pages 4 and 5. For this, I actually would like some help up here. I do see a couple of friends who have not yet had a bar bat mitzvah. I saw 3. Oh yeah, no, I know she's there. Can I see you 3? I know she's hiding. Can you 3 come up? You can come up. Well, we'll do it all together. Yeah, you can at least, the more the merrier. I like friends who come and help out. You just be, up here with me. I'm not expecting, essentially you're going to be helping make sure that the candles get lit and stay that way. I'm not expecting the Hebrew out of you folks, at least not entirely. Don't leave them hanging. Well, maybe you can be a... Yeah, all right, sweet. Got number 2. Awesome. Well, here, come on over together. And maybe you can help people, because when we do readings here, we do them all together. Let's do the reading on the bottom of page 5. Let's do it together, friends. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Hold, please. Thank you. All right, I'm a professional, so I should be able to make this work easily. There we are. And this is why I'm paid the big bucks. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Thank you for the 2 of you for helping us. Hey, don't go too far. Pound it. Thank you. So that first melody that you heard Phil playing as you were all getting ready, coming on in here, that was deliberate. We are now in the month of Adar. And Adar is a fun month because of a holiday that's going to be coming up later on in the month. Now, whoever is able to easily say what holiday is coming up will get my parking spot. What holiday? Who remembers? Yeah, do you remember what holiday? That holiday is coming a month after the holiday that's about to be happening. But you are thinking ahead, and as my high school choir director would say, you're thinking, and I like it. Do you remember what holiday comes a month before Passover? Yes, do you remember? Purim, exactly. Where, I won't talk too much about that right now, because it's actually, while we gear it towards kids, it's in fact, the text is quite adult and quite graphic at that. But we say, Mi shenichnas Adar, that anyone who enters into the month of Adar, Marbim b'simcha, is filled with lots of joy. So I want to get a chance to learn this melody together, since now it's Adar. It starts off like so. Mishe, 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 Mishe. I know, terribly complex. Let's do it together. It's Mishe, 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 Mishe. Listen to Mishe nichnas Adar. Let's sing that little bit. Mishe nichnas Adar. Let's put that together. Mishe, 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 Mishe nichnas Adar. Happens again. Mishe, 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 Mishe. Slight switch. Mishe nichnas Adar. Goes up. Listen to the second half. Mishe nichnas. Let's sing that. Mishe nichnas goes to Adar. I think we can put that stuff together. Here we go. It's Mishe nichnas Adar. Listen in. Marbim b'simcha. Let's sing that bit. Marbim b'simcha. It happens again. Mishe nichnas Adar marbim b'simcha. Slight switch at the end. Mishe nichnas Adar marbim b'simcha. Let's do that whole second half of the marbim b'simcha part. It is Mishe nichnas. Thanks, Phil. Adar marbim b'simcha. Mishe nichnas Adar marbim b'simcha. Let's kick it back to the start. Mishe, 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 Mishe nichnas Adar. Mishe, 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 Mishe nichnas Adar. Mishe nichnas Adar marbim b'simcha. Mishe nichnas Adar marbim b'simcha. Mishe, 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 Mishe nichnas Adar. Mishe, 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 Mishe nichnas Adar. Mishe nichnas Adar marbim b'simcha. Mishe nichnas Adar marbim b'simcha. And now you know how to make Adar even that much more joyful. If you please now move a couple of pages ahead to pages 9 and 10. We're going to continue to welcome in Shabbat with Lecha Dodi, and we're going to do all of the verses that you see printed on pages 9 and 10. When we get ready to turn to page 10, you'll see me gesture for us to rise at that moment, where we're going to turn and face the door to welcome in the Shabbat bride at that moment. So if you're wondering why we're facing that way, now you do. Let's have fun, Phil. Lecha Dodi likrat kan la p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kan la p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamol v'zachol b'dibur echad. Ishmi anu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad. L'shem ol tiferet v'liti la. Lecha Dodi likrat kan la p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kan la p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha. היא מקור הברכה, מראש מכרם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה, לכל דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לכל דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, התעוררי, התעוררי, גיבה אורך ומאורי, אורי אורי שם דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה, לכל דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לכל דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה וצהלה, תוך המוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לכל דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, לכל דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור, עלי נבל, עלי היגיון וחינוך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. If you'd please rise in either body or spirit on page 22 for Baruch Hu, the call to prayer. Baruch Hu atah Adonai hamevorach, Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed, Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Now, after Baruch Hu, we always talk about the time of day, and for this we are going to roll our way into the dark. You'll see some of the Hebrew words of this song are going to be found on the top of that second paragraph on page 24, Bore Yom Valayla, Golel Or Mipnei Choshech V'Choshech Mipnei Or, those three lines of the Hebrew. Besides that, we're going to roll into dark and roll into light. If you don't know the song just yet, you'll catch on quick. Let's roll, Phil. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Bore Yom Valayla, Golel Or Mipnei Choshech, Golel Or Mipnei Choshech. into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Now this prayer book, this Siddur, that is for mostly our families and younger learners, in its infinite wisdom decided to include both the daytime and the nighttime blessings in this text. So if you see a little moon, that means it's the nighttime stuff, and since the day ball's not out, it's nighttime. So you'll see that the next part is going to be on page 28. Avot olam beit Yisrael amcha avta Torah u'mitzvot kolkim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu v'shochvenu of kolmeinu naseach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha la'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu ve'orech yameinu u'vahem nehke yomam v'layla yomam v'layla v'havatecha atasim Emanuel le'olamim baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael Shemo Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam va'ed. Please be seated. Shvu, Chevre. You can find Ve'ahavta on page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzalvecha hayom halevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kulmecha ukshartam leot al yadecha ve'hayu letotafot ben einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha lema antizkeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai v'shitem kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihyot lachem le'elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, Emet. On page 41, we can read together. Long ago, we were slaves in Egypt. After 10 terrible plagues, Pharaoh finally told Moses that we could be free. We could be free to celebrate Shabbat. We could be free to pray to God. We could be free to be Jewish. But just as we got to the sea, Pharaoh changed his mind again. His chariots and soldiers were coming to take us back to Egypt, back to slavery. Just then the sea parted and we safely crossed to the other side. We couldn't believe it. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. We sang, "Who is like you, Adonai?" Today there are people who are not free. We promise that, with your help, we will work hard to make sure that everyone is set free. Then all the world will sing with joy on page 38. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar v'kodesh, nor atihilot v'sefele, nor atihilot v'sefele, ma'alechotecha v'ovanecha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze'evi anu ve'ameru, Adonai imboch v'olam va'ed, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar v'kodesh, nor atihilot v'sefele, nor atihilot v'sefele. V'nemar כי ודענה את יעקב, ולמיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גוי ישראל. The words can be found on the bottom of page 42. ברוך אתה, אתה אדוני, הפורש סוכת שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל. ועל ירושלים ועל כל עמו, ועל ירושלים Shalom, ve'al Yerushalayim, ve'al kol amo, ve'al Yerushalayim, Shalom. Baruch atah Adonai, הפורש סוכת שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל. ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורש סוכת שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת ולא אותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת ולא אותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת ולא אותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת ולא אותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת ולא אותם ברית עולם. Our Amidah is going to begin starting on page 46. Now, as you may have remembered me saying earlier, this book in its infinite wisdom decided to have both the daytime and nighttime stuff all together. So you will see that there are some moments where, for example, we're going to go through page 52 all together, and then you have a bit of morning stuff on page 54. So just stay even, if you so wish, on these even pages. If you want to be odd, be odd. I'm odd. Or if the words on either side of the Siddur aren't doing it for you, I hope that you can find the words in your heart that you need to say to God in this pivotal moment in our service. Please rise in body or in spirit on page 46. We'll do the first three together, and then you're on your own. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'il HaGadol, HaGibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Kol Mel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורודפי חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. כמוך בעל גבורות, ומיתו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך הסנלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. Please continue privately, starting on page 56. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. Yambarai nai nai nai, yambarai nai nai, yambarai nai 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 nai, yambarai nai nai, yambarai nai nai nai, yambarai nai nai, yambarai nai nai nai, yambarai nai nai. Oh, say shalom imro. Close to home, we are thinking of those who are in need of healing of body or of spirit. On this Shabbat, in our community, we are thinking of the following people: Jeannie Friedland, Connor Brom, Marsha Margolius, Don Goodman, Mary Lou Gray, Carrie Fleischer, Judy Subar, Stefan Ryder, Steve Smeagol, Bruce Roller, Debbie Dennis, Jillian Gatesy, Ron Zagel, Shoshana Yonkers, Jan Ginsberg, Mindy Kahn, Yaakova Itai, Phil Pletcher, Aaron Turner, Chris Yoder, Peg Finkelstein, Lisa General, Charlie Goldfarb, Caroline Zohat, Michael Schwass, Honorio Valdez Mura, Eric Sachs, and Tom Risco. If there are any other names that we wish to add, please say them either out loud or in your hearts as my arm and gaze go across the room. hold them close in our hearts as we turn into our program on the second page, where you can find the words for our Mishaberach.
Of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen.
May the one who blessed our ancestors bring blessings of strength, compassion, and healing to those of us who struggle with the oppression of addiction, emotional distress, and mental suffering. Surround them with loving kindness, grace, companionship, and peace.
Those in need of healing with refuah shelema, a renewal of body, a renewal of spirit, and let us say,
It has been our tradition here to include a prayer for refugees and migrants, and I believe we need this prayer now more than ever. Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, God, our God and God of our ancestors, help all who flee persecution, as once you did with our people in Egypt. Teach us to show chesed, loving kindness and compassion, to those in misery and captivity, to those who cross seas and deserts seeking freedom. We too once ate the bread of affliction. Inspire us, Adonai, to be rodfei tzedek, pursuers of justice, for all who long for the liberties we cherish today. And let us say, Amen. And yes, while we may be thinking of those refugees and migrants who are in need of refuge and shelter, this is our Shabbat where we like to celebrate those who have something joyous to celebrate, a birthday or an anniversary. If it's happening at any time during this month of February, come on up. Anyone? Bueller? Either a birthday or an anniversary? I was going to say, I feel like there's a couple that's being intimated by their daughter to get up here. You've been voluntold. Good on you, Ruby. One of the many reasons why I like you. So, if you please share with us, since you are our friends this evening, up here, to share with us your names and the reason why you're up here together. I have an idea.
I'm Erin Fisk.
And I'm Annie Fisk.
And we celebrated our 10-year wedding anniversary on Valentine's Day.
Ms. Alto, of course. Stick around. Because in their honor, and everyone else who happens to have a birthday anniversary this month, who may not be physically present, we will enjoy cake tonight. But for the two of you, divine source of blessings, we thank you for everything that enriches our lives. We turn to you now with gratitude as we share in the happiness of all those who mark their anniversary celebrations during this month of February. Adonai, be with them now and always. May they be blessed with the strength to overcome sickness and sorrow, and with much health and happiness, now and always. As we honor the two of you for the gifts that you bring to our sacred community, we join together in song as we mark this sacred occasion with the words of Shehechianu, which can be found on page 2 in your programs.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh.
So, I've got a good feeling that a number of us here live in houses. Is that accurate? Yeah? I mean, I don't usually make that kind of assumption about most anything, especially because, I don't know, some people live on boats. Some people live in RVs, I don't know. Any kind of domicile. Some people live in tents. That's intense to live in tents. It's that groan that I listen for. Tasty. So I'm curious, for people who are interested in sharing, what do you have that you use to decorate your house? What do you happen to have in your house that you like to, as a decoration that you love? Anyone can share? Yes, please, Peter. What sort of pictures? Family pictures, okay, cool. There's, again, no wrong answers. I'm just genuinely curious. Anyone else want to share? Yeah, please. Christmas lights, fun. I mean, we honestly, we put up Hanukkah lights this year because why not? They're fun. So, yeah, how about you? Big mirror in the same room that has the front door. Aha, okay, so a neat looking frame around that mirror so that way you can see as you walk into that front door, you can look and go, oh shoot, did I comb my hair properly today? Yeah, that's perfect time when you're walking into the house as opposed to out. Anyway, yes, Moira. Framed records and paintings. Now, I'd be interested in seeing what some of those LPs are at some point. But anyway, yes, Mary. Ah, so you decorate your home with Judaica. Yeah, very nice. Yes. Plants. Oh, yes. Good and good for you. Yeah, sure. Ooh, a Len Robinson original. Oh, my. Very fancy. Yes. Crystals. Okay. They rock. Ha, 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 ha. I'm almost funny. Okay, so emphasis on the almost. So, yeah, what do you decorate with? You got some toys in there? I mean, yeah, my parents still have a chunk of my Lego sets stashed away in a corner somewhere. Anyway, so, all right, that's what we use for our houses. Now, I'm going to step back a little bit. What would you think would be necessary to decorate a house for God? If God were to have a house, a home, what do you think God would want as decorations? Yeah, Moira, what are you thinking? A symbol of faith, of whichever faith it happens to be. And I appreciate you thinking like, I don't know, there's lots of possibilities for deities out there. So I respect that. Yeah, what are you thinking? A big mirror? Because, of course, this God is a vain one. This God's like, I look good. Yeah, what are you thinking?
I think God would do Bob Ross tutorials and how to prepare for it.
You think God would have Bob Ross paintings and tutorials around their house? I can totally imagine God being like, I'll put in a happy little cloud right over here. Yeah. What are you thinking? Fishing? Fishing stuff? I mean, God, I can imagine God being like, man, that fish that I made right there, I love that. I'm going to hang that on my wall. Still have to wonder what God was thinking in making the platypus and the echidna, the monotremes. Anyway, I think God's messing with us. Yes? Evidence of love. Wow, that's weighty. I love it. Now I'm trying to think, what could it possibly be? There's so many possibilities. I love it. Other thoughts, Mary? Yeah, what are you thinking?
A special place that's just set aside for peace and
A resting place for God. Yeah. Whatever God might want it to look like. Just there's a dedicated nap corner or resting corner. It doesn't have to be naps. I like naps. Any other thoughts? Yeah, more one more thought? So, yeah. Yeah, so a writing surface and a writing implement of sorts. Here I'm thinking that God would just take, whatever in God's brain and just kind of look really hard at the writing source. All of a sudden, words appear. That's what I would like every now and then. Although, text-to-speech is nice and sometimes and I type. My handwriting, I dare not to even talk about it any further. So, I was curious about your thoughts about what God might want in their house, because that is a large focus of this week's Parsha. This week's Parsha is Parshat Truma, which a vast majority of it is just a cataloging of everything that is used to decorate the Mishkan, the tabernacle, if you want to use that word. Or the wandering home, God's wandering house, because God was a wandering God and we are a wandering people. And it's all kinds of stuff. Gold bowls and plates and curtains and carpets, and it's such a long, lengthy list. I had a bar mitzvah student who had this parsha, and he was looking at this going, oh man, this list is so boring. What section do I even want to look at? Ugh. But I looked at it with him, and there was one verse that I saw that I went, aha, it's in here. I love this verse. It's a verse that I carry around with me here and anywhere else on me at pretty much all times. And the verse is, Ve'asu li mikdash v'shachanti betocham. Build for me, or even better, do for me. Asa is a verb of doing, of action. Do a sanctuary, a holy space. Mishkan, actually, I would say a resting place is a better way of translating that. So, Mary, you weren't far off of God wanting a resting place. Do a resting spot, a resting place. V'shachanti betocham, and I will reside betocham. Now that last word, I really like that last word because of that bet at the beginning of the word. That bet can mean two things in my mind. It can mean with, and that's how this verse is often translated. Build for me a sanctuary. Actually, it doesn't say boneh, uvoneh mikdash. Do not. It doesn't say build a holy space. It actually says do. I still have to wonder what exactly that can mean. I'd welcome your thoughts on it after this. Make for me a holy space, and I will reside with you. But that bet can also mean in. do build for me a sanctuary, and I will reside in you. Now I have to wonder, with this translation in mind, what's that mikdash? What's that holy space? And if it's do a holy space, well, mayhaps I could be that mikdash. And through my actions, I could make this kodesh. I can make this a sacred holy space so that then God can reside inside of me. This is a reason why I like to say that, and I believe, that every single person contains a unique piece of the divine. I feel God more closely when I see those different pieces come together in a space. I see a little bit more of God's potentiality in that. But every time I see a person, especially a new person, I get a chance to meet and be acquainted with a new piece of God that I otherwise would have never seen. It's my hope that we can share those pieces of God with each other to make not just this, but this a holy space for all of us. Shabbat Shalom. If you now turn back into your Sidurim, back into your prayer books, and turn to page 130. Please rise in body or spirit for Aleinu L'Shabeach.
Aleinu L'Shabeach L'Adon HaKol Latet Gedula Liotzer Breshit Shelo Asanu Kegoyi Haratzot Velo Samanu Kemishpachot HaAdama Shelo Sam Chelkeinu Kahem Vegor Aleinu Kechol Hamonam Va'anachnu Koreim Kol Mishtachavim Umodim Lifnei Melech Malchi HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. On the next page, V'nemar V'haya Adonai L'melech al kol haaretz Bayom hahu Yihyeh Adonai echad Ushmo
If you would please stay standing. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we've loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. We remember. On the Shabbat, we were in the Shloshim period, the 30-day memorial period for Mary Davis, the mother of Jessica Benson, Liz Dodocroce, and Anne Oleskovitz. We were observing the yard sites, the annual remembrance of the death of Lorraine Bergman, the mother of Sherry Robinson, of Albert Bernstein, the father of David Bernstein, of Barbara Finkelstein, the mother of Debbie Weingart and David Finkelstein, Mary Hay, the mother of Rick Hay, Dora Katonik, the mother-in-law of Alida Katonik, Simon Kay, the sister-in-law of Joanne Lubner, of Seymour Levin, the brother of Norm Levin, Etta Michelson, the grandmother of Jackie Denon, of Michael Moshe Moldauer, the great-grandfather of Lydia Katonik. Asher Moss, a member of our community. Jeanette Cernick, the aunt of Judy Cernick. Of Eli Spungen, the father of Stan Spungen. Of Max Stotsky, the uncle of Gloria Stark. Herbert R. Thomas, father of Peter Pastor. If there are any other names we have not yet mentioned, please say their names at this time. Zichronam livracha. May their memories always be for a blessing. As a community, we recite Kaddish, Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, on page 134. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemeh rabba, be'alama divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehe shemeh rabba mivarach le'olam olam me'almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'a v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemeh d'kudisha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim alenu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom alenu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom, shalom v'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom, shalom alenu. Oseh shalom, shalom v'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom, shalom alenu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru couple of thank yous and announcements. First, I want to thank my partner in crime, Phil, on the keys. Thank you so much, Maestro. I want to give another thank you to Kyle back there in the streaming console. Do make sure you say hi to Kyle because that guy is really important. Also, I want to give another big thanks to Kat for helping to make this program happen. And in this program, you will see that Gene Silber and Dan Voorhees donated the gluten-free challah for tonight. Thank you very much for making that possible. And yes, it is from Rise Bakery. If you're familiar with them, it's going to be a good challah. You will see a lot of things that are in the announcements. If you want to see even more of me, I don't know why you would, and or if you want some baby/toddler therapy, you can come tomorrow morning for Tot Shabbat. It'll be right over there in the social hall. We'll be a fun service, some music, some snacks, because again, we're Jews, and some fun crafts as we get ready for Purim. And immediately after that, we, along with the family engagement group, if you want to see even more fun kids with their families, we're going to make some hamantaschen together in order to get ready, again, for Purim. So do make sure that if you haven't already, I mean, it's kind of nice to RSVP because that we know exactly how much food to account for, but don't worry, you're not going to go home hungry, at least if I have anything to say about it. Sadly, tomorrow's Torah study is not going to be happening since our beloved rabbi is not feeling too well. But we have lots of other things that are going on, as you can see. We have the Young Jews event at the Griffins game. We've got the Purim Carnival coming up. And if you wanted to get on that Purim pub crawl, that we started last year and has become now the annual pub crawl because you do something more than once and it becomes annual. Sorry, folks, sold out. So you'll have to jump in earlier next time. now that you know that it's a thing. For lots of other announcements, you can find them on the back of your program. We got QR codes on there if you want to get more information on there and do some registering. Stay tuned for more fun details. As we get ready to close our services tonight, we have established a tradition here of concluding with a standing up for a prayer for peace, influenced by Reb Nachman of Bratslav, followed by our closing song. You can find before we go into the social hall for Kiddush and Hamotzi, the prayer for peace can be found on the bottom of page 2. If you are so able, please stand at this time. Eternal source and soul of peace, send your peace into the heart of Am Yisrael, your people. Let it heal our divisions and soften the bitterness of intolerance. Let it dissolve distrust, isolation, and rivalry. May your peace inspire solidarity and renew our sense of shared purpose, uniting us as one people. Let peace grow and increase until it fills the earth. Let there be no hatred or jealousy, no victories that bring sorrow or loss to people or nations, only love and peace, steadfast, deep, and true. We yearn for love that binds us together, for the wisdom that comes through community, shared understanding, compassion, and trust. May the words we speak and the meditations of our hearts open pathways of truth, empathy, and peace. Adon Olam can be found on page 177.
Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem kol Yetzir Nifra, Le'ed Na'asa B'chetzo kol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, Ve'acharei Kitlot HaKol, Ve'vato Yimloch Nora, Ve'ohaya, Ve'ohove, Ve'oihye, Ve'tifara, Ve'oihye, Ve'tifara, Ve'oachad, Ve'ein Shiri, Le'havshil lo, Le'achvira, Ve'li Reshit, Ve'li Tachlit, Ve'lo ha'oz, Ve'ha'misra, Ve'lo ha'oz, Ve'ha'misra, Ve'hu Eli, Ve'chai go'ali, Ve'tzur chevli, Ve'etzara, Ve'hu nisi, U'manosli, Ve'nat kosi, Ve'yom ekra, Ve'nat kosi, Ve'yom ekra, Ve'yado, Afkid ruchi, Ve'it ishan, Ve'a'ira, Ve'im ruchi, Yeviati, Adonai li, Ve'lo ira, Adonai li, Ve'lo ira.
Adonai oz la'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. God give strength to your people and bless all of your people with peace. Shabbat shalom, friends. See you in the social hall for Kiddush and Hamotzi.